There's an unsettling feeling that washes over us when the phone rings, and we see an unknown number staring back at us. It's a shiver down the spine, a quickening of the pulse. What if on the other end of the line wasn't a person at all, but something else? Something sinister, something haunted. For decades, stories have circulated of phantom calls, voices whispering from beyond the grave, reaching out through the static and white noise of the phone lines. Are these merely urban legends, or is there a darker truth hidden within the dial tones and disconnected numbers? Tonight we delve into 3 tales of such calls, each a chilling glimpse into the terrifying reality of those who dared to answer the phone and found themselves entangled with the phantom callers. The old rotary phone sat on the nightstand, a relic of a bygone era in Amelia's modern apartment. It was a family heirloom, a connection to her late grandmother, who swore the phone could call anyone, even the dead. Amelia scoffed at the idea, yet a chill ran down her spine when the phone rang, its shrill tone piercing the silence. She picked up the receiver cautiously. "Hello?" she said, her voice trembling slightly. Silence. Only the faintest whisper of static met her ears. She tried again. "Hello? Who is this?" Again silence. But then, beneath the static, a sound began to emerge. It was faint at first, a low hum that seemed to vibrate deep within her bones. As the hum grew louder, it morphed into a melody, a haunting and beautiful symphony played on instruments she had never heard before. The music seemed to wrap around her, pulling her in, and Amelia found herself unable to resist its allure. She closed her eyes, surrendering to the ethereal sounds, unaware of the danger that lurked within the symphony of silence. John's antique shop was a treasure trove of forgotten relics, each with its own story to tell. One day, a scorched rotary phone found its way onto his shelf, salvaged from a house fire. That night, the phone rang, its insistent clamor echoing through the silent shop. John hesitated, a sense of unease creeping up his spine. The phone shouldn't be working. It wasn't even plugged in. He picked up the receiver, his hand trembling. A voice, raspy and weak, like the whisper of dying embers, answered back. "Help me!" The voice sent shivers down John's spine. It seemed to emanate from the receiver itself, filled with a desperate plea. Sarah received a call, the display showing an unknown number. Curiosity piqued, she answered, only to be met with a deafening silence. Then she heard it, a faint sob, barely audible above the static. "Hello?" Sarah asked, her voice laced with concern. The sobbing continued, punctuated by a gut-wrenching gasp for air. It sounded like a child, lost and terrified. Fear gnawed at Sarah's insides, but a maternal instinct took over. "Don't worry," she said, her voice soft and reassuring. "Where are you? I'll help you." The crying ceased abruptly, replaced by a chilling silence. Then a voice, thin and reverie, whispered directly into her ear. "You can't help her. She's gone." The phone went dead. Shaken, Sarah tried to rationalize the call. A prank, a wrong number. But deep down, a primal fear took root. The voice had been too real, too full of despair. The echoes of that lost soul lingered in her mind, a haunting reminder that some calls are best left unanswered. Section 5, The Enigma of the Disconnected. Mark, a paranormal investigator, scoffed at most ghostly tales. However, a recent case involving a disconnected number had piqued his interest. Reports flooded in of people receiving calls from a specific number, only to be met with an eerie silence followed by a bone-chilling whisper. Intrigued, Mark used his specialized software to trace the disconnected number. It led to an abandoned asylum with a dark history. Equipped with his EMF reader and audio recorder, he ventured into the asylum, the air thick with the stench of decay and despair. As he walked through the dilapidated corridors, his EMF reader suddenly spiked, the air turning icy cold. Then he heard it. A faint ringing tone seemingly emanating from the very walls themselves. Following the sound, he arrived at an old phone booth covered in dust and cobwebs. As he reached out to touch it, the ringing stopped, and a voice whispered from the receiver, "You shouldn't have come here." Mark's heart pounded in his chest. He knew in that instant he had stumbled upon something truly sinister, an enigma that transcended the realm of the living. Section 6. When the Dead Call Back. In the quaint town of Eerie-on-Sea, Stephanie, the local librarian, found an oddity among the donated books. An ancient leather-bound journal titled The Phone Callers. Intrigued, she began reading, her interest piqued by the chilling tales of people receiving calls from deceased loved ones. As she delved deeper into the journal, a storm raged outside, plunging the library into darkness. Suddenly, the old rotary phone on her desk rang, startling her. The caller ID displayed an unknown number. A chill ran down her spine as she answered, her voice a mere whisper. "Hello?" A familiar voice, choked with emotion, answered back. It was her grandmother, who had passed away a year ago. "Stephanie, help me. They're keeping me here. It's cold, so cold." Stephanie's blood ran cold. She knew from the journal that the dead could use phones to contact the living, but for what purpose? Was her grandmother truly trapped somewhere? The call ended abruptly, leaving Stephanie in terrified silence, the words from the journal echoing in her mind. "Beware the phone callers, for they seek more than just a conversation." Section 7. The Static Whisper. Emily was home alone, a horror movie playing on the TV, when the phone rang, shattering the tense silence. An unknown number flashed on the caller ID. She hesitated, a sense of foreboding washing over her. Against her better judgment, she picked up the phone. "Hello?" she said, her voice barely a whisper. Static was her only reply, a cacophony of white noise that sent shivers down her spine. "I see you," the voice hissed, sending a wave of goosebumps across her skin. Emily's breath itched. She quickly hung up, her heart pounding in her chest. However, the phone rang again, the same unknown number flashing on the screen. This time, before she could even answer, the whisper came through, closer now, more menacing. "Don't hang up!" Emily's blood ran cold. This was no prank. Section 8. The Chilling Lullaby. Daniel picked up the phone, surprised to hear a soothing lullaby drifting through the receiver. It was an old tune, one his grandmother used to sing. A chill snaked down his spine as he strained to listen, his heart pounding. The lullaby continued, each note tinged with an otherworldly quality. Then the lullaby stopped, replaced by a cold, disembodied voice that whispered, "Do you remember the song, Daniel?" How could this caller know his name? "Who is this?" he managed to choke out. The voice chuckled, "You know who this is, Daniel." The line went dead, leaving Daniel in stunned silence. Section 9. The Unanswered Questions. These chilling tales of phantom callers leave us with more questions than answers. What drives these entities to reach out from beyond the veil? Is it a longing for connection, a desire to right past wrongs, or something far more sinister? The phone, once a symbol of communication and connection, becomes a conduit to the unknown, a portal to a world beyond our understanding. Each unanswered call, each ghostly whisper, serves as a chilling reminder that there are forces at play in the universe that we cannot comprehend, secrets hidden within the static and white noise, waiting to be discovered. These stories, while terrifying, also spark a sense of morbid curiosity. What would you do if you received a call from beyond the grave? Would you answer the call or let it go unanswered, forever wondering who or what was on the other end of the line? Section 10. The Haunting Truth. The truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. While we may never fully understand the mysteries surrounding these phantom callers, their stories serve as chilling reminders that the line between our world and the next is thinner than we might think. So the next time your phone rings and you see an unknown number staring back at you, think twice before answering. It might be a simple wrong number, or it could be a call from the other side, a call that could change your life forever.